Welcome back, everyone, to Pillars of Eternity. Let's do some good deeds.
Ambassador Agosti, I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
Let's do some good deeds for the Valiant Republics. Pelagine, if this is the same matter we previously discussed, I doubt I'll be convinced any more easily. Remain silent.
Ambassador, I implore you to take a step back and look at this again.
Enough. We're not going over Defined Space Animancers again. The Duke's Bell's desires have not changed since last time we spoke. If you haven't heard, word of your insubordination has already found the ears of the Duchessa of Biajep and the Duke of Salona. There are murmurs that you cannot be trusted to fulfill your duties. Must this talk reach the shores of Spirento? Pelagina's aggressive demeanor drains to a state of shock and worry, but she remains silent. If it makes any difference, what kind of spineless do-nothing? If it makes any difference, Ambassador, I'm already looking into the matters Pelagina has spoken of. It doesn't, but it would be fortuitous if your investigation took you to Twin Elms, because that's where Pelagina needs to go.
What is it the Dukes need of me, Ambassador?
The Deerwood's instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade with Air Glonfoth. We will need to meet with the Glonfothans soon to secure upcoming trade arrangements. The roads to Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course, but that's why you'll be our representative there.
Echosi, Ambassador. But won't this provoke the Deerwoodins? Their country is falling apart, and we're already dividing up their trade alliances.
Provoke them into what? Going to war? Through no fault of the Republic's, the Deerwood's armies have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It would be foolish not to take advantage of the situation. If we don't, the Rayet Serens will. Ambassador, that's some cold compassion considering what these people have been through.
More than that, Ambassador, there is a practical element to consider. We may profit in the short term from this arrangement, but what of the future? The Deerwood won't forget, and the Republics may pay the price for it.
We're not the Dukes, Pelagina. It's their decision, and our job to carry out the orders. It's not like they're asking you to kill someone. Pelagina, go to Twin Elms. Speak to the Anamanfath. Impress upon her the instability of the Deerwood, and reassure her of the Valiant Republic's desire to open safe trade.
Of course, Ambassador.
I know you planned on investigating this crisis together, but I hope you understand Pelagina's responsibilities. Wink obnoxiously. I understand completely, and will make sure she completes this important mission for the Dukes. Will the Dukes need to hear more about Pelagina Mace Ray's wild adventures?
Of course not, Ambassador. I will attend to the Anamanfath as soon as I am able to travel to Twin Elms.
Good. Now if you'll excuse me. I don't know if we can travel to Twin Elms
Could have
yet.
gone better. Could have gone worse. I appreciate that you stood up for me, but it's hard to persuade the Ambassador to go against the Duke's orders.
Fuck orders. Chaotic good for life. I know you're right, Pelagina. We may find a way for you to fulfill your obligations while looking into what's really going on around here.
Enough wisdom for both of us. Now, I just need to find out how to get to Twin Elms before the Ambassador loses his patience.
Still, I fear that making this deal with the Glonfothans will further weaken the Deerwood and make trouble for the Republics in the years to come. Well, it's a long way to Twin Elms. You'll have plenty of time to think it over.
Varus.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if I can go to Twin Elms yet. And I've done all of the things I want to do here. So let's go to Brackenberry and deliver the news to our cipher, our spy. I wonder if the widow can see grieving mother for what she really is.
They're obvious. Do people treat you badly because of how you look?
Are you kidding me? My face looks like a cautionary tale about the dangers of wild animals, and I'm even shorter than other Orlans my age. People just like to heckle me.
Don't ever let them. Be proud of who you are. They're the ones who should feel shame.
Sick. I love Haravius a lot. As vile and crass as he can be, I don't know, I've got empathy for a dude who's been bullied. If I remember correctly, this might just be paranoid thinking, but I think he's been sent to spy on us, like in the most noble way. Like, this lady's looking into shit. You should keep an eye on her.
How fares your search?
There's something I need to tell you about the
Well,
operations.
let's hear it.
The Engwithan Tower in Heritage Hill contained an ancient machine that can control the flow of souls. The leaden key turned it on.
This is troubling. That civilization seems to have known more about the mechanics of souls than anyone since. The leaden key was born in that period. It may be that Theos has full knowledge of their technology. The applications of this machine you speak of, I don't want to think about it. That isn't enough to take to the Duke, but we're close. Avar Wolfgren is a cautious man. He will want to know everything possible before being moved to action.
The leaden key is manipulating a group of Engwithan machines that span the nation. It seems to be causing the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been. The Leaden Key's conspiracy is clear now. They have used Engwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against Animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time. I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment. Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed.
But ma'am, I am a lady of the realm.
However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups, that may be your best way in. See what you can arrange. What of them?
Wouldn't they allow a guest of Dunred Row into the hearings?
We would only do that as a last resort. Walking in with one of the 3 invited groups puts you in a position of influence. Walking in alone as a representative of Dunreed Row would earn you distrust among all the rest. It seems our organization has a reputation for nosiness and manipulation for whatever reason.
Oh, who can say?
It would be best if people did not see Dunreed Row's hand in this. Easier for them to embrace the truth.
Is there anything I should know about the Duke?
Avar is many things to many people, and that is why he sits the throne. To the frontiersmen, he is one of their own. To the patriotic, he is a sole descendant of Admeth Hadrit. To the nobility, he is from an old and established family. All of these are half-truths or exaggerations, a tale he has spun around himself.
I know how powerful a story can be.
The man behind the tale may not be the greatest mind in Deerwood, but he knows people. He knows when they are sincere and when they lie. He knows when they are strong and when they are weak. The other matters he leaves to me. Outwardly, he prefers to come off a bit of a simpleton. Don't be fooled. Before he was a duke, he was a trapper, and an excellent one at that.
Farewell. I'm getting real patrician veterinary vibes
I'm
from
ready.
him, which is good for Defiance Bay and the Deerwood. Like, don't. If
You
you're in a
must gather
position, you must gather your party before venturing forth. If you're smart, play stupid. It's super effective. And like when people think you're dumb, you can pull shit that no one would think that you're capable of. One of my favorite moments in the Discworld, the patrician veterinary is talking to some people who have been doing some commercial embezzlement, and he's just like poring over his desk. And he's like, "Oh, I had a file about that somewhere. I don't know where it went." And he moves some things around, and there is a file labeled criminal embezzlement on his desk. And they get so spooked when they see it, they don't notice it's facing toward them.
Right fetching feathers, lad.
Inadirim. And stand closer so I can grab your neck if you said what I think you did.
That was Isselmere. She likes your feathers.
Thanks, but I'm not interested, Isilmir.
But yeah, they think he's so stupid that they believe that he would leave a folder like upside down on his desk, and they don't understand that he's done that deliberately, and he specifically orchestrated the whole befuddlement to make sure they saw it, to make sure that they know that he knows.
Someone's got to keep the blazing Crucible Knights from leading us all to ruin, and the Dominels certainly aren't doing their part. But Wolfgren's still a man of the people. He's always been sensible in other matters. He'll hear us out eventually.
What are your thoughts? It'll be our downfall if we let it. Kith weren't meant to meddle in the matters of souls, and it's only fools that can't see it, or troublemakers that won't. If I suspect we've got more than a few of those vying for the Duke's ear, cheats and frauds looking to profit from disaster. I see. Not after the way you handled that business with Osric. Okay, so Osric was a giant gatekeep. Like if you're not willing to help him, they're like, nah, man, fuck off. And hey, I get it. And I crossed the Dominals, so I'm not going to be able to go in with them because they hate me. They kill me on sight. So yeah, it looks like we're going in with the Crucible Knights, and they like us well enough, and we've made good friends with them. On the other hand, though, their experiences with the Animats. But then again, I was able to bring them around on the use of the Forge Knights. So even though they are skeptical of animancy, I brought them around to the idea that such things can be used for good, but cannot necessarily be trusted, which is really my view on the whole thing. It's an emerging magical art which needs to be scrutinized and regulated a lot, or else things could go poorly. Now, here's something I want to check out real quick. Can I go visit the cipher down below and ask her and tell her about our operations? Because that would be interesting. And based on secret things that we'll figure out later, it's okay to trust her. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Let me try this again and put on a Wootica mask. And maybe some Wootica robes. Can I still wear the armor?
I'm here.
We shall see. Have you any questions, attendant? No. Okay. So no, I can't tell. I can't tell these people anything more about what I've learned. And like, hey, that's
I'm
fine.
ready.
And sensible, considering what I know about them. Or considering, perhaps more importantly, what I don't know about them. But we'll worry about that later.
Master, though he tried everything in his power not to teach me.
Were you a difficult student?
No, the Huntmaster felt that meadow fur was a sign of weakness. I could do nothing right by him on account of my hair color.
I'm familiar with the sentiment. From the Valine Republics to Erglan Thoth, narrowness of mind is truly universal.
Huh. Interesting. Heralvius' actions in that context make much more sense. He's been an outcast from nearly everyone, even his own people. And if that's true, then it would make more sense about why he acts the way he does. Simply put, the man just doesn't give a shit.
The Crucible Knights have their ambitions, but the stability of Defiance Bay is foremost in their mind. The Dukes are thinking only of their trading assets, not the long-term health of our partners in the Deerwood. If Defiance Bay falls, all we will have left are overland routes. Not much comfort.
They do seem like good allies to have if we're going to see the Duke. No group in the city is better connected to the Duke or better equipped to handle the dozens if they get out of hand. Okay. Cleaver. I understand that the Crucible Knights are attending the Animancy hearings of the palace.
Indeed. Duke Avar looks to the knights for prudent counsel as well as defense. I suspect our future as a city and a nation will depend in no small part on how we handle this matter.
Tell me, what do you think about Animancy? We'd be fools not to investigate it further. I've seen what those researchers in Brackenberry can do, building constructs, diagnosing soul maladies, harnessing raw essence. There's a great potential. Detractors say that it's too dangerous, that it angers the gods. Superstitious nonsense. There are risks into delving into souls, of course, but the greater risk lies with doing nothing at all while the legacy eats us alive. Tell me about the hearings. They're progressing slower than I'd like. The dozens are raising a ruckus whenever anyone so much as mentions Animancy, and the Dominals are obfuscating matters on purpose. Nevertheless, I'm confident Ivar will see reason eventually. I need an audience. I'd like to attend. We'd be glad to have you. Ivar will no doubt find your presence persuasive, and we will need all the possible support to see that he gives Animancy a fair chance. I'll make sure he sees reason. Cool. Alright, so I can go back to Brackenberry and speak to Lady Webb at Hadrat House about attending the hearings. Sick. Okay, and so if I had botched everything and fucked up everything and made everyone upset, then Lady Webb would be like, well, they all hate you, so that's not gonna happen. You'll go with me, and everyone will be very suspicious. Alright, I'm gonna go do some trading real quick. See if I can buy any sick fucking Crucible weapons, and then we'll boogie on to the hearings.